Hello, friends. I've got yet another unboxing of a new pair of boots, and these are a very unique pair of boots. I guess you'll have seen it in the thumbnail there, but these are hopefully a cool version of Uggs. I'm a sucker for real sheepskin, for real shearling, and I'm a sucker for that being under your feet insulation when you need it. I've got a pair of George Cleverly mountaineering boots that are just that, and yeah. So, and this is from Easymoc. Easymoc is a little company. They're sort of out of Maine. They also make some of their boots and shoes in India. They do both. Their stuff is really well made. But I know very little about this. These were 70% off over at Canoe Club in Boulder, Colorado, which I've been to, and got it out of the box. So yeah, this is Easymoc these are by Engineered Garments. Engineered Garments is a New York City company. They make cool clothes, and okay, here they are. Wow. First impressions, I'm happy. That's just the first thing my brain said. Good, yes. That's what my brain said when it saw these. Look at that. Damn. Okay. Oh my god. Let's see. That's it. Nice little magnetic box. Simple Easymoc logo. And here they are. Easymoc by Engineered Garments via Canoe Club in Boulder, Colorado. Canoe Club's so cool. Their YouTube channel's awesome. Oh my god. These are stunning. They're very light. That's thanks to this Vibram outsole. This Vibram wedge sole is kind of my favorite light colored Vibram sole because it's not as clunky, and it's synthetic. It's not rubber, so it's not as clunky as the regular Christie wedge sole. I forgot what these are called, but I just love the coloring of this. It's sort of like a gray tan suede. This is beautiful beige. Then you have the leather welt, which just has the most stunning stitching. Now, someone recently on my YouTube channel said that for any real moccasin constructed boot, it doesn't need a welt. Now, I don't think that's true. In fact, I know that's not true because, well, these have a welt, Yucatans have a welt, Quaddies have welts. So, yeah, if you understand why it would or wouldn't need a welt, let me know. Because, yeah, you could just Blake stitch, but then you're puncturing that. So is it just cemented to the midsole in this case? I mean, is it really just a leather midsole that's stitched down to the outsole? I don't think so. No, it's a thick leather welt. That's a thin midsole, some synthetic probably. And then you've got the outsole. Anyway, the real star here is this freaking sheepskin. Made in Maine. Great. Okay. I wasn't sure if these were the made in Maine or made in India. So I'm really thrilled to see that they're made in Maine. These are just classic Maine moccasins made of sheepskin. Now that is what real sheepskin looks like. Okay? This is the real deal. And it's fully in there. You're just walking in sheepskin. How cool is this? I love these boots already. I love them. They don't have that kind of Ugg look, and it's called the surf boot. But it's like because Australian surfers, blah blah blah, they came to the States, and the history of Ugg is fascinating because Ugg, the brand as we know it, they've made it popular in the States for latte totaling white girls, but it's a very traditional Australian boot, worn by shepherds, worn by all kinds of people. Just a beautiful silhouette. I love the rounded top. It kind of makes it look more like a traditional moccasin. How are these going to feel on foot? Probably super comfy. Yeah, beautiful suede, feels like a B tier suede. It doesn't feel super thick, but it's got the bluing. Yeah, wow. That is just stunning. Oh my God. So the suede says it's American steer hide, and it refers to it as a wet blue A wet blue suede, meaning so it's chrome tan and has a bit of that bluish look that is known is the chromium salts. It's the stuff in the chrome tanning. And then it's real, because it's real shearling. This is, it's essentially leather lined, right? So you got the suede, and then you've got the sheepskin, and then you have the wool, the shearling. It also talks about how there's 4 different kinds of stitching. So this is clearly a machine stitch. That's a single machine stitch. And then this is a hand stitch. That's machine. And these are by hand. So they're also hand skived, cut by hand. So the leather is hand selected. It's not done by some machine or by AI, like Trim and Boots is doing it now. They're made in small batches in Easymoc's little factory in Maine, So cool. I'm a sucker for Maine-made moccasins. There's a lot of history and tradition behind them. And then to have such a unique, kind of forward-thinking boot. This is a very modern-looking boot in a way. Very, very long, very, very long shaft and just a short toe. But when you wear them, it'll kind of be like that, Yeah, very, very cool. And then there's nothing in here. There's nothing in here about engineered garments. No, it didn't even say Easymoc anywhere. It didn't say no branding at all, which is kind of cool. But yeah, these are a collaboration with Engineered Garments and Easymoc. So Easymoc's making really, really cool stuff. I'd say they're one of the more like forward-thinking, aside from Yucatan, of course, they're one of the more forward-thinking, Maine-based moccasin makers. Quaddy would be one of the more traditional ones. Rancourt, somewhere in the middle. I'd say Yucatan is just really, really high-end, forward-thinking stuff. And then Easymoc is somewhere in the middle. They make some really high-end boots. Their Wrangly boots are quite expensive. I own 2 pairs that I did not pay a lot for. But they are worth, their MSRP of $500-$600. The interesting thing about the Easymoc Wrangly boots is there's sort of different versions popping up all over the place. Millworks has their own version, which is absolutely stunning. Most notably Division Road was one of the first to carry them. They have a bunch of collaborations with them. And then through Easymoc, you can get a different version as well, some with natural chrome excel and elk. They've got elk leathers. Very, very cool. This is a great boot. It's a very lightweight boot. Now, I don't put suede protector on boots, but this is a thinner suede and you're going to wear it in the winter. So do I put suede protector on this? Do I wax them? I'm going to kind of use them as beaters. I don't want to baby them, but on the other hand, they're really nice. They're very nice. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm excited to have them and grateful to Easymoc for just making such a beautiful boot. Just so freaking cool. Such a nice boot. And I like them a lot more than I thought I would. I knew I'd like them, but they're really, really cool. Look at this shearling again. Come on, you're just walking in that. Look at that. Wow. Beautiful hand stitching. And the thread that they use is like this really thick wax thread. It's so nice. I love the thread that's used for moccasins. Really nice proportions, nice paneling. Again, it's a little long. It'd be cool if it went a little bit further, but I don't know. I imagine there's a reason for it. They are super duper comfortable. They're super duper comfortable. I'm wearing one right now. I just put the other one on, and it's comfy as hell. You almost, you kind of want to wear them barefoot. Gross. Anyway, all right. God love you. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great day.